Essex.
Dirty.
Drunken.
Nightmare.
Welcome to the podcast. What's up, everyone? I'm Kez. I've been part of the Torn community for about 9 months now. I spend most of my time in game creating graphics, just vibing and training. I run Kez's graphics in game and on my Discord. I'm just here to hang out, chat, and see where the conversation takes us. Huge shout out to my home Retaliation and the real Graphics Hub Discord.
Hey guys, this is DirtNap, aka Dirty, aka Thong Song. I've been in Torn for about 7 months now. Proud member of Retaliation, owner of Galaxy Graphics and Dirty's Delights Weapon Shop.
Hello, I'm Drunk Assassin, aka Trout Assassin, proud member of Smells Like Sex. I'm coming up on my 6-year anniversary. I guest and murk for people, and just here to interview and have some fun.
Hey, I'm Nightmare. Been in Torn a little over a year. I'm a proud member of Retaliation. Do a little bit of marketing revise with my company, Dirty South Services. Co-owner Dirty. Co-owner Small Fashion with my buddy Phantom. And I'm here to have fun and kick ass.
All right, so let's get this started with a nice, quick little roundtable. Are you guys up for that? Want to do a little roundtable so everybody can get to know us better?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think we could do that. Something quick and easy. Hey, Dirt, I'll start with you, buddy. How did you hear about Torn?
Oh man, I was just kind of scrolling through some YouTubes one day and it caught my attention, so I just decided to see what it was about, and the rest is history.
Okay.
Uh
Just heard about it and went full blast. I like that.
yeah, brother. What about yourself, man? When did you get into Torn and what enticed you about it?
Well, to be honest, I mean, one of my coworkers at my job told me about it, and basically she was in the game and she was like, "Hey, this is really cool. It's a text-based game. There's not a lot of graphics or anything." I love those kind of games. You know what I mean? It's like just it's more involved. You got to get, and she said it's like, well, it's really hard to pick up, but I mean, I picked it up pretty quick. But there's always new things to learn with it. That's what I love about it the most. And I mean, I just fell in love with it. I mean, like I said, I've only been here 9 months, but I mean, I had my rough stumbles. First couple months. Everybody does, I guess. But once you pick it up and find some good friends to help you out, there you go. You get yourself a home and off to the races. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Drunken, what about you, brother? I know that you've been in here longer than all of us. Tell me about your adventure stumbling upon Torn and what enticed you to stay after such a long time.
So I first heard about Torn when I was supposed to be studying for finals in high school. I know, horrible person.
Yeah, bad.
I was on a website called Armor Games, if y'all know what that is. They have like free online games on there. And an ad popped up for Torn City. And I was like, alright, cool. Let's go play that. And I played for a couple days and then quit. Came back a couple months later, met a guy named Zed who helped me get into the game. He unfortunately no longer plays. But I made a promise before he quit that I would continue playing. And so here I am.
That's
Nice.
awesome, man.
Nice.
What about you? It's a Nightmare.
Yeah.
How'd you hear about the game?
So there I was, scrolling the world of Facebook, smoking a little J. And I came across the ad for this online text-based game. And, out of boredom, I kind of clicked on it. And of course, it was different. At first, a little boring. Then I met a few people. And of course, I'm here now because Drunk told me he'd come to my house and beat my ass if I didn't.
That sounds like something I would
Drunk
say.
wouldn't do that. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. I would never do nothing like that.
No, you would never.
But nah, it's the people that keeps me here. Like, I met a lot of great people. I've been here a little over a year now. Drunk was one of the first people I met. Lady V and D. Of course, some of the original people I started playing with, they're no longer here, but it is what it is.
Yeah, people move on. I mean, it happens.
Definitely. Drunk. Staying in the game for so long, man. I gotta ask. Everybody has their idols and their rivals. Who would be an idol for you in this game? Who's somebody you would like to try to model yourself after one day, or you kind of look up to in that sense?
So obviously, everybody idolizes Bodybagger, right? But probably more attainable would be guys like HXC, Trex. Guys like that really taught me a lot of what I know about the game, helped me get to where I'm at now. And so I would love to one day surpass them in stats and in net worth, stuff like that, and eventually return the favor.
I think we'd all like to surpass stats and net worth of the big boys.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely good. I love the fact that you said return the favor. Now, Kez, what about you, man? Who's somebody you idolize?
You know what? To be perfectly honest, man, I give a big shout out, big respect to Balder just for him creating his guides, because that was one of the first things I was told about, and to check
Very
his
true.
guides, check leveling stuff, and those were a big help for a new player. Even just like the quick list, and then like how to get to 15 so you can start flying. And that it made it great. But one of the things is, unfortunately, the first guild I got into was just a random one that I found, and they were going right into a rank war. I mean, they were helpful, but not really too helpful. They didn't really teach me anything, and I mean, I was just a punching bag that first war. I almost quit, because it was just like nonstop being in the hospital. Couldn't really do anything. But my friend at work, she doesn't want to play anymore, because of other circumstances. But she told me just go with it. It gets better once you get more stats, blah blah blah. And I mean, I unfortunately got kicked out right after that war because they said I didn't do anything. It is what it is. Found another home, Les Mis. Those people, man, they're awesome. Shout out to them. They gave me a bunch of tutelage, bunch of help. I mean, not a huge faction, that kind of thing, but just really down to earth people helped me learn a lot. And after that, I just met some other people like you guys, and just took off from there with more knowledge. And then stats, all about stats, baby, stats and net worth.
Amen.
Hmm.
Jay, what about you, brother? Oh, cancel that. Fuck it. Cut that part. Nightmare, what about you? I saved the best for last, so give me an idol, man. Give me somebody that you would like to, kind of model yourself after later on in the game.
When I first started, there was this guy. He's a little bit of a, well, I ain't gonna say he was. He came off as an asshole, but he's really a cool guy. But yeah, I'm chasing Drunk Assassin all day, every day, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna catch him.
He's your carrot on your stick.
Definitely good to have some, some healthy competition, I should say.
So I got a question for you, Dirt.
Yeah,
So
brother.
you said you're a trader, huh? Okay. Why don't you tell us about that trade business? Let us know a little bit about what you got going on, and maybe what you think of the current state of, like, say, the auction house or just the item market in general, pricing wise and stuff. Just quick thoughts, just something like that.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's actually a good question. I am a trader. Like I said previously in my introduction, I run Dirty Delights weapon shop. Anything you want, any weapon you want, any perk you want, if it's in the game, I can get it for you. I started that business with $200 million. People told me it couldn't be done. I proved them wrong. In less than 2 months, I've done over probably $10 billion worth of sales.
Nice.
The item market, unfortunately, is in a state of turmoil, in my opinion. So I actually got into the game the day they nerfed the bazaars, which was
Yeah.
sad to see, because a lot of longtime players kind of quit just for that fact, and the fact that every month now we up a percentage.
Yeah. I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Like every
people work
every
hard for
20 to
this
30
money.
days.
People work hard for their money, man.
Mhm.
They're not going to want to do that. I think eventually we're going to come to a stalemate where the auto market kind of crumbles or it's obsolete.
Okay. Yeah, I don't do any real trading in the game, so I wouldn't know the first thing about that. But definitely, your knowledge is good to have as a friend. So keeps me from losing money.
Yeah, man. We definitely don't want you to lose money. Now, I did actually hear that you have a business as well, Kez Graphics, correct?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
don't you touch a base on a little bit about that?
I mean, for me, I'm like when I first started doing the graphics, because that was one of the reasons I kind of stuck with the game, is the fact that I knew that I could make graphics. And I mean, I've done it before with other games. I'm not a pro, I'm not a professional, I don't do it for a job or anything like that. I do it more for like a zen thing, like just it helps me chill. And I just like making people happy. I mean, everybody has their personal preference with the way they, I don't know, different styles of art. Like one person likes Picasso, one person likes Andy Warhol. You know what I mean? They're just two different type of artists. But I just do it for fun. I try to make people happy. Put a little bit, a little extra cheddar in my pocket. I mean, it never hurts. I'm not going to say I ain't going to want it because I could use it to train and do done 99K jumps with Nightmare and stuff like that. But yeah, I've done it for a while now. I mean, but I would say probably 15, 20 years roughly over the time. I'm steadily gotten better. I don't think I'm at a masterpiece level or even a really, really good professional level. But, people like what I do and I just keep doing it. So not going to make everybody happy, but, you definitely try your best to at least make as many as you can happy with what you make. So, but yeah, if anyone wants to check me out, you know what I mean, in our Discord, I got a link to my graphic shop. It's Kez's Graphics. And anybody's welcome just to hang out, even if you don't want to buy anything. Just hang out with everybody. It's a cool little place. But also if you're into graphics, definitely check out the graphics hub, the Real Graphics Hub on the forum, graphics forum, because a lot of great artists there, a lot of great personalities. And like I said, you could even just hang out there and talk to them and get to know more knowledge. And they've even got places you could train in there too. You know what I mean, you go in there, do a little classes with them. You could do the same thing I'm doing. So definitely cool thing to really into like graphics and stuff like that, and it's a great place to also go and check out.
Definitely, man. I like the humbleness in
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah, no man,
20 years.
it's a we call it a business because it's a shop, but man, it's just love. I like graphics. I love graphics. I love just talking with people about graphics and stuff like that. I may not be knowledgeable about all the stuff that you guys are, intricates of the game and stuff like that, because that's not my forte. But I just do the best I can with graphics and make this fun. You know what I mean?
Definitely a good guy, guys. Check him out on that. I promise you 100% you will not be disappointed. Also, like you said, big shout out to the Graphics Hub. Some OGs in there with over 20 years experience. Kez is one of those. You will not be disappointed. Best graphics on Torn, period.
Yep, 100.
I'd like to go ahead and move back to Nightmare, man. I heard you have a kind of an umbrella type business, man, where you do a little bit of everything. Why don't you tell us about that?
Right. It's Dirty South Services. It's still a work in progress and ain't quite ready to be revealed to the world yet. But yeah, we do a little bit, revise. We do some working. We're working on getting some detective stats and shit. Basically, I'm building something to rival Nebula Core.
Rival Nebula Core. We shoot for the stars, don't we, man?
We do.
I like that. Shoot for the stars, and even if we don't make it, we still aim pretty high. Man after my own heart. Nightmare. What's gonna be you think the go-to in that? What do you think is gonna be the biggest seller overall from what customer base you've gotten so far?
Uh, Probably got to go with revives. I've had a couple mercs, here and there. Mostly it's revives.
Definitely, good contracts, guys. If you got a war contract coming up and you need some people revived, or vice versa, if you need some people hospitalized because you don't want to bleed those points, check out Nightmare Services. Check out Dirty South Services. Drunk, let's jump to you, man, and kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been kind of quiet during this. What services? I know you said Merking. Tell us a little bit more about that. Are you part of Dirty South, or are you your own entity?
I think right now we work together. He will occasionally come to me and be like, "Hey, I got a target for you." But I also do a lot of freelance stuff. I will guest in factions. Currently, I'm in Moonlust and helping them fight this rank war. I really want somebody to hire me for a territory war. I love territory wars. I miss when they happen more often.
Definitely,
But
guys. You heard it. You heard it yourself from Drunk, man. Wars are won and lost by the tip of a sword, or in this case, the barrel of a gun. And he's got big ones. So check him out if you ever need any freelance done. If you're ever sketched out on a rank war, he's got you covered.
yeah, I mean, I don't even need to be in your faction to help out. I will hospitalize your side so that they get early discharge and can turtle easier and not waste med cooldown. So that when you guys decide, all right, we're going to push now, everyone can hop out at the same time and overwhelm the opponent.
Good tactics.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's kind of the main stuff that I'm doing right now. I play a lot of poker as well. I lose a lot of money on poker, unfortunately.
What about that Russian roulette?
Shoot, we don't talk about Russian roulette, alright?
That's a naughty word.
It's a naughty word. I've lost too much money on Russian roulette as well. Put up $1 billion game a couple weeks ago. Statistics said that I should have won. Unfortunately, I lost.
Statistics were wrong.
Yep. But it's all fun, right? It's ultimately you can make all of that money back pretty easily if you put the effort in. And ultimately that's what this game's about. You get what you put in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, the more I'd have to agree with, at least the part with, more time you spend, scheming, not scheming, but learning the
Planning.
system and how, planning and just learning how to get your stats up with either happy jumps or just taking a bunch of Zans or just whatnot. I mean, just getting your stats up that way or joining the company, getting good trains in, get your stats up that way to help the companies. And yeah, definitely. This game has a lot more. Like even for me, like I'm still learning stuff, man. It's like I mean, I'm listening to you guys talk. I mean, you guys are definitely more knowledgeable, like I said, than me. But like hearing you guys talk, sometimes I'm just quiet. I'm just like, damn, sponge, absorb. So I'm just trying to do my best that way. But 100% agree with like this game has got a lot more going on than people think it does. So, but I mean, I'm trying to think, man. I mean, any questions you got, Nightmare?
Not exactly questions. I would like to hear you guys' likes and dislikes about Torn as well as Drunk. You've been here, 5 going on 6 years. I've been here a little over a year, and I know what kind of changes I've seen. I would like to know the kind of changes you've seen.
I've seen quite a few changes. There are things that if I knew then that I know now about certain things such as eliminations, right? Stuff like that I wish I would have participated in more. I thought they were always going to be around. And so I figured I could wait a few years until I had higher stats and could help out more.
Yeah, I see people with those signatures on their profiles and stuff like that about the eliminations and this and that. I have no idea what that is, so I'm pretty sure it was a competition type of thing. But other than that, I'm like I never hear about them, so I figured that that it was like a private competition or something. Was it something that Torn did, or was it like something private?
Yeah, so it was a Torn hosted event where you had to do a certain number of attacks in order to enlist basically into eliminations, and then you would be randomly put on a team. And as far as I'm aware, they try to keep it fairly balanced on battle stats. So like Body Bagger and Iskard and like Realist Assassin, they weren't supposed to be on the same team because of how big they are.
Okay.
And also to prevent, a bunch of Greenleafs on one team.
Right. Okay, I can see
And
that.
so then they would fight it out, and you'd basically get like points or whatever for attacking. My understanding is that it was similar to Rank War. Again, I never really participated, so I don't know.
It was like a server-wide thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But you could opt in and out of it. You didn't have to participate in eliminations.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I wish they'd do
Wasn't
that
like
again.
dog tag for Halloween.
Yeah, that sounds cool as hell. Need to bring that
Yeah, I
back for
regret
sure.
not taking part in that.
What about you, Nightmare? Is there anything you have a dislike about it? They're torn right now?
Well, mainly, I mean, I'm not very fond of the item market, to be honest. I'd much rather everybody go back to using bazaars. It was a lot easier.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, being newer, I got my bazaar and put stuff on there, sold it, did my little business. Nothing big or fancy or anything like that. Then the new item mark came out and just killed the bazaars. I was like, oh, that was a waste of points.
right.
Yeah. I hope they do something with it. I hope they bring it back, some way so where it can be, a little more prominent with people who don't want to go on the item market or the auction house or whatever.
Right. What about you? Any
Uh,
dislikes you got?
I mean, I'm kind of biased a little bit because, like I said, my coworker, she got me into the game. She was a really sweet girl, and just not harassment per se, because it wasn't really too much said. It was the constant bountying and the constant being hit, for just no reason whatsoever. She never talked to this person or anything. They just chose to, since she was a greenleaf or new like me, chose singled her out and did that to her. And I've known a few other people that it's happening to too, and I understand it's game mechanics. It's part of the game. Blah blah blah. But at the same time, harassment's harassment. You know what I mean? If you do it
Right.
for a year or you do it for 7 or 8 months in a row on a person, I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, pull your panties up and be a big boy or a big girl and just knock that off. Because obviously
Right.
you're gonna beat them no matter what stats wise, and you obviously have more money than they do, so you could bounty them to oblivion. It's just a little thing because, like I said, she's cool. She no longer plays. I still work with her and talk to her, and but she's moved on and plays other games now, so she's happy there. I'm happy for her, but I don't know. I'm just a little biased on that. But other than that, I think Torn's a great game, but there's always going to be a few bad apples in the game, no matter where you go. So it is what it is.
Yeah. What about you, Dirt?
Man, to be honest with you, aside from the item market, and just the overall state of the economy in general, I don't really see too many flaws in the game. Harassment can be one, but I'm kind of torn either way. I was bullied at a very young age. Unfortunately, my green leaf ran out the
Mhm.
day that Halloween week started. So
Ooh,
here I am.
man,
I'm
I'm
getting
sorry.
pummeled by level. Yeah, bro. I'm getting pummeled by level 99s, 100s,
Yeah,
80s. But in the same respect, that really kicked my training into overdrive.
yeah, I
Um,
bet.
so it's really make or break this game with the
Yeah,
bullying aspect.
but I don't. I
It's going to
mean,
show you who you really are.
with the Halloween thing, I really wouldn't consider that bullying because that's, it's like it is what it is. They're just out to get the candies and hit as many as they can, and you know, But
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, if
no, no, no.
if you're a green leaf and level 90 something is hitting you, I mean, come on. I mean, it's you could throw a half a pillow at you and probably knock you out.
Exactly. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
Halloween. It was bullying aspect. That was just more of an unfortunate timing
yeah,
on
yeah.
my
I think
part.
so. Yeah.
Um, but I've had people that have mugged me for like 3, 4, 5 days, or 5 times in a day for 2 weeks straight. And there was really nothing I could do about it because they were level, 50s, 60s. And here we are 7 months later, and my how the tables turn. So
Yes, stats are up now.
Now
Surprise.
you mentioned how it made you kick your overdrive on the training. I know you're on an interesting training regimen, trying to reach 1 billion within a year without going into all one stat. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, man, I'm trying to break some records here in Torn. I've broken a speed record already for my age. No money spent in game, but my goal is to touch at least 1 billion or pretty close to it in less than 365 days. And the way I'm going about that, man, is the way I think everybody should go if they're really bent on getting those stats up. I go as far as setting alarms. So I will set alarms on my Xanax cooldowns. I will set alarms on my natural nerve or my natural energy cooldowns. Uh, we don't sleep around here, bro.
It's dedication, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Dedication.
Ooh,
I'm a machine.
stats are up.
Stats are up.
Rise and grind,
So
bro.
and even if I don't hit 1 billion, man, even reaching 750 million in a year's time, that's a huge,
Oh, yeah.
huge come up for a young player like me, considering the game state that we live in, where people are dog eat dog in a sense of wanting to hit that top 100. So I believe it's a good time to be alive in Torn. It's an even better time to be a new player in Torn from my aspect because it's going to make you grind harder. Only the strong are going to survive here.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely got to be dedicated in this game. You can't. I mean, you could play casual, but if you don't really care, if you want to just do like a social aspect of the game, talk to people, hang out, train a little bit, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I mean, like if you really want to play the game, you got to be dedicated. 100% agree with that.
So we heard your goal. What about y'all's goals? What's y'all's goals, drunk? Kez?
I guess I'll let Drunk go first.
So currently, short term, I'm working on hitting top 100 for defense. Just I like looking at them. And then I also obviously want the merit for hitting the Hall of Fame merit for reaching rank like 250 in some category of the Hall of Fame. And then I would like to hit the top 100 for battle stats in the next 3 years. Is more of a long-term goal. What about you, Keswick?
You know what, man? Like I said, when I did my introduction, I'm just vibing, man. I mean, I definitely want to get my stats up. That's no questions. I mean, I'm training. I wouldn't say as hard as Dirty. I mean, I don't set alarms, but I'm doing my schedule 3 Xanax a day and doing my 99 Ks to get up there and stuff like that. But I mean, I definitely want to get my stats up. I want to get my business stats up. I haven't made those long-term goals like that yet. I mean, you guys are definitely ambitious. I love that, and I appreciate and celebrate you guys. But I'm just here to have fun and meet good people, man. I mean, I'm definitely into the social aspect of it, meeting cool people and getting to know them, making friends. I could be like, oh, my goal is to make 10,000 people happy with my graphics in the next, year and a half or whatever. That, maybe that's my goal. I want to make 10,000 people happy, sell 10,000 graphics, whatever. We could do it that way, but I'm just here to have fun, man. I mean, it definitely, as long as I'm having fun, I mean, we're cool. Even if something goes south, it is what it is. But I'm definitely just enjoying the game. I mean, watching you guys beat those records would be cool just to watch. So, getting to know you guys and seeing that happen, I'll be right there with you guys. Celebrate. What about you, Nightmare?
Yo. Uh, Goal wise, my only real goal is to just beat the shit out of Drunk Assassin. So I'm full blown training, trying to catch up, at least
Yeah.
enough to put one fucking damage on him. So
Yes, folks, there is beef between Nightmare and Drunk. They're definitely after each other.
That
I'm not
and I
after
got
Nightmare.
And
I got a
and
secondary goal.
just forewarning for future podcasts. I razz on Nightmare all the time, so I'm definitely going to be clowning on him just nonstop. So don't worry, we're gonna have some fun episodes that way too.
Yeah, keeping dirt down too. That's another
Yo, keeping dirt
day-to-day
down.
goal.
Okay.
Can't let him catch up. You know.
Man, I feel like like Zordon with the three stat musketeers, man. I'm just gonna be that big face in the hologram and be like, trade your stats, trade your stats.
Hey man, I
Yeah.
definitely shoot for the stars, brother.
Hey, no shame in
Body
that.
bagger, and you know, Deft, Giskard, Balder, all these guys that I have as my idols, man. I try to soak up as much knowledge as I can from them, and they've been more than generous. Uh, and so I'm going to use that. I'm not going to disrespect them by wasting that. So, we'll see what we get in a year.
I
Yeah,
look forward to seeing that.
me too.
I think it's been a
No.
good little round table. Get to know us a little bit better. I mean, we'll definitely be getting into ourselves. Talking about more stuff. As the podcasts go on, but I think this is a good little opener for us. To get you guys going a little more knowledgeable about us and kind of our direction. We're just here to have fun, get to know people, talk about stuff in Torn, talk about other stuff outside of Torn. I think
Just a
this is
bunch
going
of
to be a good.
goofballs.
Yeah, basically, we're just a bunch of goofballs having fun. We're definitely going to use some language. It's going to happen, and it's going to slip. We try to be good boys.
We
But
might say a few mean things to each other. Y'all
yeah,
just
we're
overlook
absolutely going to
that.
say a few means. I absolutely am going to say something about you. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
It's
that.
all right.
Yeah, I got
It's
you.
alright,
We're gonna.
Nightmare. You're never catching up to me, okay? It's not gonna happen.
Oh, I'm gonna catch your ass.
Oh man, I pay money to see that. Ooh, okay. What do you guys think?
I think it's great, man. Before this closes off, I just want to say quick shout out to Retaliation. I would be nowhere near what I am if it wasn't for them. 2 days old, man, and they pulled me off the street
Yeah.
with no knowledge to the game, and look at us now. So
Yeah,
shout out to
I just
Retaliation over there.
I just joined a little while ago, because you're my friend and you got me a little leg in there, and they opened me with Welcome Mars, man. There's just a bunch of good people, man. Absolutely a home. Yeah, it's definitely a great place and great people, 100%.
Ain't true for me. I ain't long joined either, but they have been nothing but welcoming.
So I am the only one here not part of Retaliation. I'm
Yeah,
kind
why
of
don't you tell us a little bit about that, you outcast?
I'm the outcast here. I have talked to the leader of Retaliation and a couple other members outside of the guys in here, and definitely very cool people. They're very friendly. Obviously, as their name suggests, they do love Retaliation, which I'm a big fan of as well.
It's loyal.
Obviously, I'm part of a faction called Smells Like Sex.
And candy.
No,
And
no
candy.
comment on the name. Totally not, no correlation whatsoever between being called Trout Assassin and being a male stripper and being in a faction called Smells Like Sex. All right.
Well, we're gonna delve into that in another episode. Don't you worry. We'll get there.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, this is the official first podcast. We got to keep it a little more professional, a little more professional. But
Yep.
I'm doing the evil hand they gesture right now. The little twist of the mustache. We're going to get into that. Don't you worry.
But I definitely much love to Jay Braga and Stone Assassin. Stone Assassin is unfortunately no longer with the faction for right now. Hopefully he comes back soon. Hint, hint, stoned. But definitely like Stoned and Jay have helped me out a lot. Gone over weapon perks with them, stat builds. They've got a great team going on over there. Obviously, when this episode releases, we're undefeated right now. or I wouldn't say undefeated. We've gone on like a 13-win streak in platinum. So things are going pretty well over there. A lot of friendly people. So definitely love the faction. Can't wait to be back over there.
I'd like to give a shout out.
Good.
I want to shout out Fox Jumpers, 99K Jump Service. All your jumping needs, y'all come see us. We'll guide you to the bigger stat round. Shout out Lady V or D Hensley. And definitely gonna give a shout out to the King of the Buffaloes, the Buffalo King himself.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo King, shout out him, shout out Billy Madison. Let's go.
Yes, yep.
Definitely got to
can't
shout
leave
out
out
that free
Billy.
defend I got from Buffalo King. You know, much appreciated, helping me attain my goals.
Free defense, baby. Free defense. All right. Yeah, I think this was a good podcast. What do you guys think? I think we just hit kind of the first base. We'll go to second base and, keep going. Just next podcast to go a little deeper, a little crazier, a little funnier, get into stuff, man.
Yeah, man,
yeah.
I like it. I think this is a wrap, boys.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
We will see
catch up
y'all
with everybody
hopefully next
time.
week.
It's been fun.
Let it be.
Holla.
Fetch me this!